Go. It's on.
Hi, this is Ron with Bullet Fence Systems. This morning I'm going to explain a few of the components that we use and how we use them in the fence braces and how to make rail fence. So let's start with some of the basic components. We've got bands, and they come in various forms. We've got a one-way band, a two-way band, and we have a corner band. Those three bands will function in various ways. Obviously, the corner band is for corners, so it's meant for a 90-degree angle, and it will bend a little bit, so 10 degrees plus or minus there. The two-way band is used primarily in rail fencing, but can also be used in double braces, and this would be attached to the center post in a double brace situation. Or the bands can be stacked, and in that case we would use a single or one-way band for that. These are normally used on the terminal ends, so at a corner or line brace, those would be a standard H brace or standard angle brace. This would be the primary band that we would use there. One other component that we're just introducing is the pin. And this pin system basically would be drilled through at whatever angle you need it, and the pin would be inserted, and then we would attach our hardware to that, just like we do our bands. So those are the attachment methods. Along with the components, the hardware components we've got in each kit, we've got two carriage bolts, we've got 4 standard nuts, and then 2 flange nuts. The two standard nuts are attached to either side of a brace band, whether it's a two-way band or a one-way band. And typically what we want to do in that situation is to thread the nut on about 2/3 of the way, and then and the reason for 2/3 is that we want that rail to be centered in between the two posts. So that'll give us about what we need there. And then the second nut would go on the outside here, and that would be used to tighten our bands to the post. So that's the basic components of the band system. Now the rail is held in place by sleeves, and we've got 2 sleeves here. They're both angle adjustable, and they're adjustable by sliding these out on our rail, as we can demonstrate here. And when I slide it out, that would actually let us, this forms a hinge point, we can make an angle with this. So these are angle adjustable. But primarily the straight one that's coped on both ends is used for more of a H brace application, or straight rail fence. Whereas the angle brace is just coped deeper on one side and not coped at all on the other. And this would allow us, it can be also used as an H brace, but there would be some space below it. This is also more adjustable in that we can achieve a little bit steeper angle. So whereas this is got about a 60-degree range of motion, this one has about a 90. One other variation on the sleeves is on the corners. There could be a third cope. So we've got our 2 notched cuts for our pipe, that's our post pipe. And then the third notch would be the inside, and that will allow us to make that 90-degree corner, especially on the smaller sizes. The larger sizes will not have this cope, but the 2 3/8 and 2 7/8 will have an additional cope on the corner. So those are the basic components. I'll have other videos to explain how those are attached and how they can be used for both fences and for brace systems. Thanks.